moment some time ago. Amidst the rest, pranks, and food, amends were made before everyone woke up and was summoned to the council chambers. Seated with the sovereign and 2 counselors, they proceeded to tell Quenta'tir what they'd learned and compiled from the research of Gruth. New information and details about the history of the world were learned, new interests and goals were piqued, and the party was eventually sent on its way.
So we pick up with all of you guys in one of the older rooms where you are all gathered together after sending some messages to Yelwick.
Boys room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Grace felt the need to clean.
We have servants for that. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Alright, so we just got off the phone with Yelric.
Yep.
Phones are canon. No.
So, now what? Well, I have to meet with the Neardels, but that'll be fun. Can't wait to tell them I have no idea where their son was and a psycho poisoned them.
Yeah, that, good. You have fun with that. I'll, leave you to that. Yep.
But after that, what's the plan? I kind of want to stay here for a little bit.
I don't think I'll be around for much longer.
Where are you going?
Ormond.
Oh,
By yourself?
Anyone who wants to come with can, but I need to find answers.
sounds dangerous.
Yeah, that's probably not the safe direction to go alone.
Even for Ruth. I can't go there.
Depending on which way you would like to go, there's some borders that I would like to see for the first time.
I'm going north.
That is where it is. Sorry, don't mind me.
What was that?
He had something on his chin.
Oh.
Why did you do that?
He had something on his chin.
Why would you?
I just used so many spells, I wasn't feeling it, you know? Yeah.
Still feel like you're on the wild or something?
Anyway.
Would you like to travel by horse? It would take quite a while on foot.
We do have horses, don't we?
Well,
I think we could probably get access to some.
Probably.
We got Willa, but that's mine, so.
Can I borrow your horse?
What's Willa's favorite snack?
Apples. Maybe. Or carrots or something.
Sugar cubes.
Sugar cubes.
I don't know which one.
It's one.
It's one of those.
Are you whispering this in character?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those things.
Which Pixie, you can definitely hear some whispering happening.
Could I... I don't even know what kind of roll I would make.
I want to say apples. I feel like 2 of them were apples.
No, I know it's apple. I know it's apples. I know for a fact it is apples.
History.
History?
I'm going to say Ruth knows it's apples.
6.
One of the things they listed was definitely right.
Can I get some... Why does this matter?
Well, if you're gonna be taking my horse somewhere, you better know how to treat her right.
I agree. So...
So, a girl or a boy?
I don't think we ever established.
It's a girl, I said her, so.
Well, if you tell me the horse's favorite snack, then I can feed the horse its favorite snack.
And how do you take care of a horse? Man who's never ridden on a horse.
We just rode on horses.
Except the other day.
I can help him to take care of the horses.
Yeah, he
It'll
knows
be
horses.
fine.
Okay, but have you ridden, like, normal horses or weird horses?
I've ridden
We just rode
different
some.
kinds of things, so, and I've fed them, so it's
Okay.
fine.
Well,
this isn't. You're not gonna be gone forever. Are you gonna come back?
If things bring me back here, that I would assume I would.
Well, then you're not getting the horse.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you have to come back.
You have to
give
come back.
Pixie her horse back.
You have to come back, or else I'm not letting you borrow the horse.
Would we be able to acquire some horses from?
Yes, but you have to return them.
Yes, I will come back to return the horse.
Apples. It's apples. That's Willa's favorite snack.
And if you're coming with, you're gonna need a horse.
Yes, I'll take the one that I was acquainted with before.
Which is?
Silver something.
Crest. Good job. And what's Silvercrest's favorite snack?
Apples.
Yep, good job. Her Pokeballs.
Well, Pixie, I feel like I want to stay here, here, for a little bit. I think I need to learn some things from my father.
Oh, it's like I would just probably be doing nothing then.
Well, you have family.
I have family in town. Yeah, I do. Oh, and that's why I wanted Yelric to go to Mornhill. Evil Rat Yelric. Because I wanted to see if I knew if I could find my dad's side of the family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I should
do
do that. Yeah. Are you guys gonna head? Huh? Are you guys gonna head north of town, like through that way?
North, yeah.
I think it's northeast-ish.
If y'all wanna hop on.
We could go northeast and then travel the border west and see if there's an entrance.
Are you wanting to go into this place?
If there's a way in.
If y'all want to just ride up to Mornhill, I'll ride with you and I'll help coach you on how to ride a horse briefly.
That's fine.
And then y'all can go and I'll stay there and I'll just check out the town.
And Frode, where are you going to be?
Oh well, I've got some learning to do. I think I'm gonna stay here and just talk with that priest fella. Learn from him for a bit.
About what?
Anything he can share.
About early time stuff.
As much as he can.
And we can have lunch together sometime.
That we can.
He'll still be here. And if you're around, I have an idea. I'll be right back. Well, yes, I'll be right back. I walk out and go to the library.
Okay.
Lock
follows.
Oh yeah, forget about you. He was just talking about how I have plans for him.
He's like following behind you, like, stop following me. Oh, it's just you.
I said I'll be right back. Oh wait.
Who would be like? Who knows? If I wanted to find a book in the library, who would help me with that?
The librarian.
There would be some kind of librarian record keeper in the palace. I mean, also probably
Historian.
you.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because you've
Been in there a lot.
Your second room.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, but I don't know if I would know.
Yeah, no, I doubt
this
you've read
book is.
everything.
Yeah. So if there's a library person in there, I would have them help me find books about the Feywild.
Ah.
Okay. I will allow then investigation check. Just to get you involved as well.
24.
Okay. Very easily, there can be collected.
Sorry. 24. Very easily.
I mean, yeah.
If you don't follow 24 with a very easily, I will cry.
All they got is a napkin with some notes written on it.
Some library. I've been hyping
Wait
up
till
this
we
whole
find
time.
it. Wait
The
till we
mobs
find
got
the
to it
dragon.
first. What? Huh?
Nothing.
I heard you.
Huh?
Yeah, easily there can be acquired some records, some small books about planes that are known and have been traveled to.
I'm going to loan these out to a friend. Okay, thank you, bye.
As you close the door, just what?
I'll go back to Pixie's room. I remembered very recently,
I'm with the
aka
boys.
this morning when I know I'm going back to that room. AKA this morning when I rewatched this episode, that Yelric mentioned you had connections maybe to the Feywild, which also made me wonder if he had connections to the Feywild.
Oh.
Anyway,
Well, we said we would read stuff about together.
well, don't know if that's gonna happen.
I can read.
Yeah, I was gonna give these to you to take with you.
Oh.
Return them all. I know exactly which ones they are.
Okay.
I will not be happy if I
How
don't
many
get them
books are there? 2. Yeah.
back. Return them both.
Okay. Oh, my bag's probably still in the main room, so I'll just in her room, but I'll just hold. Okay.
Now you have to come back too.
Well, probably was gonna come back.
Good.
Like you said, I got
Now
family
you have to.
here.
Well,
so
you have to now.
Well, my horse.
You have to come back here.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Whoa. Ah. God.
All right. Well, I need to meet with the Neardels.
Before I leave town, can I just hear like a snippet of what happens with them? Because I'm just kind of nosy.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's all.
Yeah, if you want to wait in my room.
Yeah, because
Fill you
I
in.
need to pack my stuff up.
True. Yep.
So.
Makes sense. Ask the servants for anything you want for the road. Seriously.
All right. Keep that up here.
Okay. So within a little while, you'll be informed that the Neardels have arrived.
Oh boy.
I think we left off, it was around midday-ish, if I remember right.
That sounds right.
Had the wrong notes open, let me check. Midday. Boom. So roughly 1 o'clock or so, 1:30 in the afternoon, you'd be informed and would be brought into just the throne room. Make it easiest. Don't get too settled in, you know. Quick conversation and off you go. And you've probably seen them once or twice in your younger days, but as you walk into the throne room, you see a lord and lady very finely dressed in very fine clothing, but in kind of earthy tones. Lots of greens, like you've seen with Yelric, with the lady especially, gold vine-like trim and filigree along the edges, and the lord with his nice big cloak, kind of ostentatiously billowing, you know, a little bit. You're just very formal and presentory. As you walk in, they're already standing there waiting, kind of a few feet away from the steps up to the throne. And your father just looks and says, "Oh, thank you for joining us. So, would you like to, or shall I?"
Go for it.
Well, as the one who traveled with him, I would like you to fill in any details that I miss.
Can do.
And you relay the whole story of the previous 3 months to the Lord and Lady, including the events of yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
To which they listen intently and slowly, more and more, just with the most confused and then horrified expressions. The lady, similar to in conversations with your mother, just starts like...
I mean, oh, my lady.
So, did you notice at any point any changes with Yelric?
I've not noticed any changes with our boy.
My boy.
He just carried on his duties as he was assigned, and everything seemed fine. We thought nothing of it because he was on the road when we fell ill, or were poisoned, I suppose. Whatever it was, he was not at home for one reason or another.
How long was he... Okay, so, sorry, let me get this straight from your point of view. So did he return before coming to the Centennial?
Yes, he did. We had to inform him that it was now his responsibility to attend, and, well, he had to pack some finer clothes, not his traveling garments, as they are. Not something I would wish to present before the sovereign and his family. And so, yes, he returned.
And how long was he gone before he returned, before the Centennial?
Before.
Trying to get the timeline here.
3, maybe 4 days.
And where was he last?
He was headed off to... let's see here. Where was he going? He was also headed north to Vignona.
I'm sure I have that written down somewhere. Vignona?
Yes.
That's my guess for now. I'll figure it out later.
You do have it on your map.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of the closer travelers to from Gellerbreth, and so a couple of days there, and maybe stay for a night and then return. And
Who was he visiting in Vignona?
lords and ladies there to just discuss ongoing trade and relation and just check in on things. As I'm sure your highness knows, not every city in Valrus has a lord and lady, just some of the larger ones. So some fall under others' purview, and so he was just popping in, if you will.
And did he... I kind of asked this before, I'm going to reiterate. Did he seem any different at all when he returned from Vignona?
They kind of went back and forth, and his mother just... No, I saw no change. He just seemed like himself. He stayed a bit distant in case... Well, we thought illness, and so in case he were to catch anything, but because... Well, he had to now represent us. So he stayed back a bit, but he seemed like himself.
And do you recall drinking or eating anything around the time you fell ill?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Also, your son. Me and Andrew have made this joke all week. Sorry. Okay. I don't know if I'm able to get this out of a straight face. Just... Is he... What do you consider him? No! You're not!
Let it happen.
To be really handsome, maybe.
They kind of look confused at
I just
you,
want to make
and
sure that the descriptions match up.
then kind of to the sovereign, then each other, and his mother just... I should think so.
You guys are a little biased, alright. Okay, but long brown hair.
Yes.
Usually half up.
When he's more presentary, yes.
And green eyes.
Yes.
Okay, just curious. Just want to make sure the description's aligned.
But like, really,
Really handsome.
that would be important to know, I suppose.
Well, we're hoping to find him, obviously.
Yes, that would be very relieving.
Unfortunately, at the moment, we have no leads other than who did it, but he's gone for now.
Right.
And we really don't even know who did it, because all we know is he's at Yelric.
Well, this is very strange and unfortunate.
Yeah. The good thing is that he's not a murderer. Your son's not, so that's good news, because we thought we were going to have to talk about that, but he's all good.
I suppose in some strange way this makes it a bit better?
You don't technically know that for sure.
True. No, I'm...
It was on
Zone
these
of
long
truth.
trips, he knows what he's doing.
But yeah, we're trying to find him. So any information, if you remember anything, if you find anything, it would be helpful.
Well, I suppose, like we said, everything gets a bit confusing now, I suppose, if this fellow can change his appearance. They're just kind of like nervous, you look back and forth to each other. And I'd like to think last we saw him was when he left for Vignona, but who's to say?
Yeah.
But it's unfortunately the clearest information we have at the moment.
Right. Well, that's something. That's a start.
I suppose it is.
Right. Well, that's all I have, Father, unless you have anything.
I just wanted them to be aware of what was happening, and as I said, as one who had traveled with this other person, you have far more detail than I.
Yeah.
So I needed you to relay that information.
Yeah.
For now, though, that is all I have. Lord and Lady Neardale, thank you for your travels. You may leave when you're ready. And they just kind of look back and forth to each other again, getting a little, just like hints of emotion breaking through, but trying to keep composure in the throne room. And Lord just kind of wraps his arm around and just gently leads him out. Guards open the door, close behind him. Huh.
Something.
I've not spoken to them very often myself. Well, let's hope this can get resolved. As quickly as possible, I suppose, for their sake, for their well-being.
I'm going to try to... Well, I have contacted Yelric since yesterday. I'm going to try to keep contacting him because he knows. I feel like he's our best shot.
That feels risky.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is speaking more as a father than the sovereign, but I very much do not like that plan.
How else?
But information is vital at a time like this.
Yeah, and he has answers. Maybe,
hope so.
probably. In the meantime, a couple of my friends are going, or would like to go to Ormond. There we go.
Ormond.
Ormond. And acquire a horse. I think just one. And I would like to stay here for a little bit, and I'd like to spend some time with you. If you have me.
Oh, are they gonna hug? No, I'm sorry.
Of course. Why would I turn you away?
I feel like now that I'm an adult, I have so
My
much
age.
to learn still, and I want to learn from you.
Well, it would be good to impart what I can. Especially, as you say, for a little while, if you plan on leaving again.
I guess that implied that, didn't it?
Yes.
Maybe someday.
I think some timing would be nice. Why are they going to Orland?
Well, Groth thinks he has some connections up there. He wants to figure out his whole situation.
I suppose I can't stop him, but if it were me, I would take those connections and trample them. But to each their own, I suppose. I may rule, but I don't have command over individual lives.
I don't know if they're going all the way in or just peeking. I don't know, but I don't want any part of it, so I thought I would stay here.
Good. You said a horse, though?
I think just one. It's Silvercrest, maybe?
Silvercrest.
Who's that?
I had an echo.
It's very strange.
Uh,
I'll get this room looked at. It would be preferred if the horse was returned.
That's what I told them! That's what I told them!
Unless they're willing to pay.
I think, no, they're going to return it, because I told them they had to come back.
Good. Fine, if they wish to... Sure. Sure. Who am I to deny foolish errands? Well then. When are they leaving?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I think soon.
Right. Well. You know where I spend much of my time. I'll make sure I can clear up as much as I can.
Also, I can just be like your little shadow. Like, oh, there's a summer. Oh, there's a Alondra.
That is partly how I learned, but without the comments. Some situations, yes, we can make that work. Okay, well, to get this kicked off, who would like to begin as we dive into a nice little time jump?
I do catch you up on the things.
A quick comment that I would like to make before time jump happens.
Okay.
I'm in the room and I have the books.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to, because I have 2 dresses now, and then I have like some extra clothes. I'm gonna take out the marigold dress that I got from Halris. I'm gonna take out the like brownish, goldish dress that I got from the place in, where are we? The capital.
Ilaria?
Ilaria, there we go. I was about to say Alondra. I'm like, no, Ilaria. I take out both of those dresses and I go in Alondra's closet And I'm trying to look for like a hamper or something, like to see if like I could get them washed, you know, because they're kind of like all wrinkly now. It was the dress that I wore to the dinner, and so I try to look for a hamper. Is there a servant in there?
They don't hang out unless requested, so not at the moment. No.
Okay, well, I will just set it down somewhere on the floor,
Okay.
and I'll just like set it there, so then I can put the books in my bag, because now I'll have the Undercommon one and then the 2 new books. So
That's
then
right.
I have some room, because
Okay.
those dresses are a little puffy. And then my box of rocks. I'm just gonna make sure all my rocks are in my box.
All the rocks are in the rock box.
Yeah, and then any apples or any treats I had in my bag, I would purposefully grab it out to then give to them, and then he would take Willow, he would take Silvercrest.
But do you lock the rock box?
Huh?
Do you lock the rock box?
Oh no, the lock on the rock box is broke, I think. So there's just some rocks in a box that might fall out.
Is this a Dr. Seuss book?
It is
It's a
now.
box with locks and socks.
Yeah.
Can I do my clue?
Could you do your what?
You can. Are you requesting it from the palace or elsewhere?
I think I will. From the palace.
Okay. Who do you ask?
I'm assuming I'll probably see her
Good
at some
question.
point, right? Before
Yeah.
we take off.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment, you're still kind of sequestered to your room.
You hear do out in the hallway.
Let's say we end up just
Eventually,
Face
yes,
to
you
face
can.
at some point.
Yes. Yeah.
resume,
Yes, Elantra.
Elantra.
Yes, or resume.
Or resume. Can I ask a favor?
Probably. I mean, you can certainly ask.
Gruth and I are getting ready to take off on this trip,
Mm-hmm.
and I...
Fool's errand.
What?
Hmm.
What did you call it?
Wow, that's what Dad said.
Okay.
Something like that.
I'll pretend he didn't. Anyway,
Just don't go in, maybe.
I don't have any intentions, but I don't know about Gruth, so we'll see. Anyway, I am concerned that going up to that direction, I might be recognized, and I have quite a few enemies in that direction, so I was wondering if I could have a cloak made by your seamstresses.
Yeah. Probably have some sitting there just waiting.
Only if it's pink.
I think probably what they have ready isn't quite what I'm looking for.
Okay, what do you want?
I need something high quality
Check.
that will keep me warm, but not too warm.
Check.
And I need it to look terrible. That's why I think what they have currently probably won't work. I need something that won't stand out.
What color?
I don't care. Probably
Pink.
Probably just brown.
Ugh.
I think that I'll probably need different clothes, because I don't want to stand out at all to them.
I know exactly what to do. Now, why do you have enemies there?
Because we fight many wars with people from there, so
Yeah, probably shouldn't wear that then.
yeah, I think that they would probably recognize it pretty easily, so I just need something.
Got it. I walk out.
Okay.
I go to the tailor and I ask for something boring and terrible and brown.
They look very confused.
Not for me.
The confusion doesn't really let up. Still very
I
confused.
would be opposed to a little green in there too.
No, he didn't say that.
Retcon.
But briefly, yes, that can be acquired.
For a man about like yay high.
You can get your plain clothes. They're still to make them terrible isn't something they really know. So they're still nice clothes, but a lot more simple than anything you've seen. Kind of on par with the servants' clothes. Still well crafted, but more plain. To make them terrible, as you say, would kind of be up to you. If you're on the road, you just want to, roll around in the dirt a little bit.
Drag it behind the horses.
Yeah, yeah. That kind of blending and camouflage would be entirely up to you. As anything like that, they're like, I don't know if we're capable of that.
I think by the time I get back, it won't be looking so pristine. That's all I'll say.
Probably not.
I hope they aren't wanting it back.
And before he leaves,
What were you?
Aiden,
Yes,
be careful.
we will do our best.
You have to come back here because we haven't gone to the library together yet.
I know. We'll make it happen, perhaps. And stay safe. And stay away from
Oh, I'll be
Yalric.
very safe. Oh, well, I don't know about that. But I'm going to try my best. Maybe. Deal. Maybe. Good luck. Don't die. That was so Peyton.
Okay. So in time, the three of you can head out. Riding up, spending a day riding to Morinil. Where then the two of you would bid farewell to Pixie, leaving her to explore the town.
I take notice of his appearance change, and so I change back into my original clothes.
Okay.
Because you got that drow armor on.
Yeah, I take off the armor. I'm back into my old brown
Yeah.
trapper kind of gearish. I still have my hooded cape though. That'll
Okay.
Just for the record, I still want armor.
Be under the clothes.
Armor that's not your armor,
Probably.
because that would be on you.
Okay.
You can be provided clothes,
Yeah.
easy enough.
Oh,
But the only armor to be,
I wish I had more dexterity.
if armor were to be given to you by the palace,
I'm not looking for palace armor.
good. You would be a beacon.
Yeah.
So, what do you wear full plate or half plate?
I have no idea.
I was gonna say I can lend him my half plate, but it probably wouldn't fit him.
Yeah. It probably would be
Actually,
about a
he's pretty
size
tall.
or two too big on me.
Yeah,
but
but
you're
I'm-
way more
I'm-
broad.
Oh, you're
I'm-
big.
Yeah, I'm 275 pounds.
That's not that big.
When you're six, okay, for reference, I am 6'4", and I'm like 225. That is 50 more pounds of muscle than I am.
Okay.
That is large.
But you're not 6'5", so.
1 inch taller than me and 50 pounds of muscle more.
At the moment, my armor says heavy armor chainmail.
Okay.
Ruth does not understand the word cut.
Bulk. Last week I bulked. This week I'm gonna bulk.
You can
Last
acquire
week I
some new
bulk.
armor.
This week, I bulk again. Next week, I bulk.
Because I love
Always
protein.
Always on the bulk.
I love
There is only
protein.
bulk.
I
love
don't understand any other word other than bulk
and protein.
and protein.
Bulk and protein. That's
Okay, so
very
obviously
cool.
the heavier the armor, the more expense it's going to be. So if you want to get your chainmail, it's going to be 75 gold. If you want any kind of plate, it's going to add to the cost.
I'll probably just do chainmail because we're gonna be riding. So
Okay.
Dang. Gold.
And then all of that can transpire as you're in Morinil. You're in the palace still.
did you say
You
70
too.
or 75?
75.
Okay.
You two begin the. How many day trek was it?
At this point, it's Gruth pretty much has his unkempt look back, right? Maybe a bit cleaner, a lot cleaner than what he was, but still unkept.
Yeah, it's that kind of middle ground where you're starting to get back to old growth, but since it was trimmed up, it's still kind of maintained a little bit altogether.
Okay.
But you're still, starting to get the wiry bits that are starting to stick out and go a little more crazy. And you two begin the 6-day ride to the closest border between Valrus and Ormond.
As in there's multiple borders?
What? Did you put it in your order?
Okay.
Just
Make him come here twice. Jimmy John.
That's awkward. JJ's. I should have. I'm sorry. I didn't think about it.
No, we didn't either until after you asked.
I was just gonna think. I don't know why we're whispering.
What time?
Salt and Vinny.
I don't know. We're whispering.
I really don't. I
Not
really
the
don't.
limited edition Kickin' Ranch.
I'm getting. Okay, no, I'm getting it to
Is it
try it. So
spicy?
you can try it too. I'm
Oh,
getting it to
yeah.
try it. You can try it.
It's not.
Like spicy.
It's not super
It's not.
spicy.
The Kickin' Ranch isn't spicy. It's
Okay, well then why don't you
spicy.
just make it
I
a
know.
combo game?
Does that make sense? It's spiced,
Yeah.
not spicy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll
It's
try.
like it's the
You
kind
can
of
try one of
spice
the
when you just
chips.
put a little too much pepper on it.
I got the chips.
Anyway.
Try.
Anyway.
6-day trek
Sorry.
to
Sorry.
Ormond.
The 6-day ride
But, like, I was
to the
just-
closest crossing point.
He's gonna be like, why am I here again?
Until then,
maybe they'll wise up. And
we will start with
Okay, sorry.
Pixie.
Picture.
You're in Ormond, or in Morinil, sorry. Oh wait, sorry, that's what I was gonna say. Just for ease of things,
We won't worry about the time.
would either of you wanted to have picked up a map?
Oh, speaking of maps.
You cover everyone that stands in
I'm going to be
Florida.
completely honest with you.
You wouldn't.
I don't know if Gruth would have thought to grab a map.
Okay.
Surely he would have.
I probably would. Unless I've been this way before, but I don't think I have.
Considering you've probably never been to Valrus before,
Yeah.
no. I was gonna
Oh,
just
yeah,
like
no, I
toss this,
definitely
but
haven't.
there's candles there, so I'll just hand this over.
So close.
Toss it. Toss me.
Ooh, I like that paper.
Oh,
It's very
J-
nice.
Don't tell the elf.
JJ's just texted me. Not texted me, but my order's out for delivery. So
Ah.
we're definitely coming here.
no.
So
Sorry.
coming here.
That's alright.
Sorry.
Or be a different driver.
They'll be so
Yeah.
confused. They'll be like,
They,
huh?
they pass each other on the road.
Huh?
I didn't even think about it, and then I was like, we don't have any food for tonight,
Yeah,
so
whoops.
I didn't think this through.
Forgot about that
And we
food
came
stuff.
from Acapulco.
Jim
Like, we were like,
Jams.
well, this was because I had points, so I
Jim
used for
Jams.
free.
Yes, that's the
But-
best.
It was like a straight.
Yeah.
This is
So.
derailed.
Sorry.
They did.
Sorry. Food.
So Pixie's in Morinil.
Yes.
What you doing?
Well, she's gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Hey, she has a friend, so she's gonna be talking to her friend. Sorry. Oh my gosh, wait, everyone else will have someone, and I just have Silas.
Well, in the family you might find. Might.
I mean, for the most part, Frode's got Frode.
Well,
True.
but Froden.
Oh.
Well, but yeah,
Yeah.
because they're gonna do lunch dates, so it's whatever. No, it's fine. It's fine. No. So I'm gonna do cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
So Silas,
Hey.
do you remember how we did this last time? Because we knew my mom was from a bakery. I don't really have any idea about my pa.
Neither do I.
Do you remember him saying anything? Oddly catching, like, the tree with the old oak, or wait, the house with the old
Tree with the old oak.
the house with the old oak.
Surprisingly, it was a birch tree.
Nope.
All right.
It's probably safe to say we're looking for orcs.
Oh, Silas. that will point us in one direction. I am gonna just walk into a tavern. That's the closest to me.
Okay,
That's
you
where
can
my
do
search
so.
begins. Barkeep. Tell me.
Strangely enough,
Nope.
closest tavern to you
No.
looks very familiar.
Awkward.
I look for a half-elven man who... No.
No.
Who's blonde.
Not that familiar. Not that familiar.
Barkeep.
There's a blue tiefling man behind
Was
the
he there last time?
Mhm.
How's it going? Oh my gosh! You remember me from the other day? The only one half orc with antlers. You probably know.
Oh yeah. You're fancy.
Rented out the place.
Mhm,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, how's it going?
Fine.
I'm so dumb. Okay. Do you any know families by the last name Kone?
Oh, duh!
I do have a hint. My name.
Oh, perfect.
I was sitting here. I'm like, I have no way to go. Is there any orcs? How about a name?
How do I start this trip? I have no idea.
Funny.
Looking for orcs.
Not like my family name or anything.
Kone. Orcish. Orcs.
I think there's a couple here in town.
Are they young, old, middle?
I think a little closer to old, maybe.
A little closer to old than middle?
I think so, but
Ah,
I don't know orcs that well.
no. Well, whereabouts would you say they are?
I think I've heard them on the north side, kind of northeast. As northeast as you can get them. It's the city's a big circle, but
Okay. So I'll just northeast?
that's the best I got.
All right. Okay, thank you. I'll try that. And I'm assuming, because that was like very brief, that my speak with animals is still working. I'll start walking out. Silas?
Hey,
Did you forget that my last name? It's probably a big hint for where we can look.
oh,
Yeah. Oh.
You know, to be fair,
Yeah.
bears don't have, or most of them don't have names to start with, but especially not last names. So
You have a last name.
I do.
Yeah.
Silas the Crow.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't remember?
this is more me not remembering than Silas not remembering. Did you give him a last
Oh,
name?
just
Oh,
I'm trying to prank Silas right now.
okay.
You don't. Oh, too bad. Okay, well, anyway.
Wait,
Huh?
you're not going to tell me?
Why do my pranks never work? Yeah. It's Silas
Hey.
Woods. Because I found you in the woods.
Oh,
You know how like sometimes people's last names are just because of where they're from? Or where their job is?
or things they see in a tavern.
Smooth.
Did I just miss
Sorry,
that
couldn't
Silas's last name is Woods?
It's a prank.
Well,
No,
apparently-
it's not a prank.
Apparently you didn't miss it because you heard it.
Oh yeah, I'm confirming. I'm just confirming.
Yeah, because like kind of like how like there's like Tanner, which were like tanners, and then like Smith because they're blacksmiths.
Oh.
You know, Silas Woods because I found you in the woods.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, I forgot I told you that, or I forgot to tell you that. Anyway,
So for
Well-
the sake of
northeast.
time skipping, roll 2 investigation checks.
I have a 4 and a 14.
Oh.
Add them
14.
together, you get 18.
That is math.
So
It's pretty quick on that.
heading up. That was very quick math. I'm jealous. Heading up to the northeastern edge of town. I don't know. We should play this one.
Do I see any like door signs? Sorry.
There's a nice little sign on the mailbox. Looking around, asking around, you're eventually someone is familiar with the name, and they point you to a house. Kind of a, huh?
With an old oak.
The house is an old oak. It's actually a birch. No. They're just colorblind, so like, I think that's an oak.
Colorblind makes them not see what tree it is.
Well, birch is a different color. The birch is
They
white.
have leaves. Sorry, that's
It's
my
too bad.
pixie coming out.
But yes, you are pointed to a house where someone is pretty certain that the name Ikone stays. So you can head up to the door and from inside you just hear, yeah, but 1 minute.
Cramps.
And it's a moment while you're just kind of sitting waiting, you know, a little bit of excitement, a little bit of nervousness as to like, was I being pranked? Is this really, did they have the name Ikone? Am I in the right, should I be doing this right now? This is crazy. But eventually you hear some shuffling footsteps from the other side of the door, and I think one of your first clues is that it is a very tall door. And the door slowly opens, and on the other side you can see, slightly hunched over, an older orc man, some kind of white scruff and floppy hair on his head, and little spectacles resting on his nose, and he's got this massive like tree branch of a walking stick.
Sick.
Jealous.
As you kind of like on one hand kind of leaning on the door, one kind of resting on this stick that you can see there's parts chipped out and like scratches and things. Maybe he's used it for a little more than a walking stick a couple times in his life, but he's just kind of leaning on it right now. Hi.
Hi. Hi. Your last name. What's your last name again? Or what is it?
Who's asking?
Oh, Pixie?
Do I know a pixie?
Maybe. What's your last name?
He kind of leans in. Do we know a pixie?
No. Darn it.
Hear a voice inside. No.
No, you don't. Well, you don't know me, but I'm.
Should we?
Hopefully. Hopefully we can get to know each other. I just need to know your last name.
Seems very mysterious, very strange. Maybe old, but don't think I can. Kick you out of this house. As you see, hunched, he's still about 6'7".
This is a bad first impression.
And even with the white hair, the wrinkles, and leaning on a walking stick, like his arms are still about as thick as said walking stick. He's still very maintaining that orcish figure.
Gillick Kone.
Yeah.
Is that your son?
Why? You can read on his face he's getting a little guarded. Like, when you said the name, there was recognition, obviously, but now he's a little more suspicious. Like, how does this strange lady know my son's name? What is she here for?
25 years ago, he left. Right?
A bit longer than that, but sure.
With Elena.
Oh, yeah, he sent a letter one time. Oh, okay.
I'm Pixie Ikone. I'm his daughter. So if you are, Gillick's kin,
Then Wheezes cans.
Huh.
is your last name Akone?
Yeah.
I came from Udofir. Well, I probably shouldn't be telling you all this. I do this a lot, don't I? I came from Udofir with a very nice lady named Resme and another group of people. And Resme definitely may or may not be a part of like the sovereign fam up there. Anyway, long story short, I found my family. I found part of my family. Elena's well, my grandparents over there, and I wanted to come here and see if I could find my other grandparents. Too much words.
Words. Hard. And he just takes the branch and just like poke and push you out.
I just slowly.
Off you go. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, your granddaughter, huh?
Yeah.
Right. So.
What are your names? I only found out 3 months ago that I had grandparents over here. So.
You tell me he didn't talk?
This is a long story. I can tell you
He's not
inside.
telling me
Well, I can tell you
talking
out.
about his own kid.
I can tell you out here.
Reason better than that.
You're just a kid. Anyway.
That's not what I was anticipating for my day, but come in, I guess.
What?
And he stands back, opens the door, and you're allowed inside.
Thank you.
And we are going to.
What is their names?
I'm not going to skip over all of this.
What is their names? Just so I can write it down.
His name is Erlan.
Erlan?
Erlan.
Erlan?
Erlan. And her name is Olda.
Sorry.
Rhymes with Golda.
Because she's old.
Well,
What does that have to do with it?
She wasn't.
That is actually such a very traditional orc name. I don't
wasn't-
know why you're laughing.
She wasn't always old though, so it only works now.
Now she
But
is
why?
fine.
But why is that funny?
Yeah.
It was a build-up
Because it's a pun.
of her entire life until she was actually of older age.
No, it's fine. I'm fine with skipping it all.
Okay. But yeah, you can see now your father, they're both, while hunched with some age, still very tall. I think I described your dad pretty well. You know,
Hey,
just
check the
weathered
front
kind
door.
of jade green skin, wrinkles, and
Oh, great idea.
but still, like,
Is there,
still a bulky dude.
Yeah. Is there any siblings that, like, is he the only son or is
No. He has 3 siblings, of which he is the second oldest.
middle child?
It's painful.
Are you a
Uh,
middle child?
As close as one can get.
What-
I have
what-
3. I have 3 siblings, so there's 4 of us. But with the gap between all of my siblings, I'm pretty much middle child.
So,
So there's their names. His oldest brother is named
oldest brother.
Henk,
Aw.
spelled Henc.
H-E?
Henc. Henk.
Hank.
Henk.
I heard
They said
Hank.
Hank. I was like, ah, basic.
And third.
And third is his sister, Nalta. And youngest is another sister named Shivo.
I don't know, I'm repeating them all mysteriously.
Because they're fun.
Shivo.
Because they're fun.
They're
orc
actually
names.
very fun names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shivo.
As I was kind of looking around at different places, I'm like, I like orc names. These are fun.
Yeah.
I mean, some generators had just like Erg.
Burger.
I'm not gonna go that stereotypical for the orcs. But you can spend a decent amount of time with them, like multiple days if you wish, just catching up, getting to know them.
I'll help if there's like any cleaning that they need, any
Okay.
like I don't know, it's like when we stay at your grandparents and it's like
Yeah.
there's that thing in the attic that we just can't get.
The little odd jobs, like I can't move so quick anymore, so if you want to do this for us while you're here.
Do the I'm sorry. Do the siblings live in town or do they live somewhere
They do
else?
not.
None of them do.
They've all
got married.
moved
ran
elsewhere
away.
too. Not quite to the extent of Gillick. They're all still
Huh.
within Valrus, but they all have
Okay.
gone elsewhere for more. And so,
I feel kind of bad. I kind of don't like my dad right now.
Oh.
He didn't tell you about us kin.
Easy.
We's kin.
Well, you can take that up next time you see him. Moving on.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I've got a couple things I want to do.
Okay.
First, so I don't forget for the 15th millionth time, I need to see my mom.
Okay.
Faint. Oh, I'm sorry.
What is
Okay. Yeah, you can find your mom. Yo, Mitch.
Hi, mother.
Sorry, even better since with the split screen right beside me, so it's just a sandwich coming in from my friend. Anyway.
I owe you an apology.
Whatever for.
I haven't been my mom in a minute. This is fun.
I haven't. Gotta get into this headspace now.
Well, you worked really hard preparing everything for my centennial, and I kind of totally crashed it. I'm sorry about that.
This is true. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't had that thought, but our concern was more with your whereabouts and well-being. But, regardless, thank you.
Bless you.
Is that all?
Yeah, actually.
Just this change of heart?
I wanted to apologize a while ago. I just kept forgetting a lot of things came up. You know, my heart was broken by a boy and all that stuff, so. You
Okay.
probably can't relate.
Father mentioned briefly, but he spared me the details.
That's probably good.
Probably if it's this other man, this elven man.
He's not a wood elf, probably. I don't know. I don't know what he is. That might not help.
And this makes it better?
Yeah, okay. No. No.
What do you-
Who knows? Maybe he's a high elf under there. Probably not.
I think I'm glad your father didn't tell me all this. Well, I'm sorry for that too.
Oh, and he kind of murdered a couple guards and poisoned the Neardels. I'm doing that for Pixie.
This one's for you, Pixie.
Wait.
No, that's like your ground for the rest of your life, Liverette. That's not
Yeah.
fainting. That's
Because that's when we're done with the adventure. She'll be like, by the way.
yeah. What?
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, and he's on the loose somewhere. Yeah. Alright, anyway, sorry, I just need to apologize to you. See ya.
And you leave the room,
Yep.
not knowing if she fainted or not.
Oh no! Wait, I pick my head back up.
Go back in, go back in.
Mother?
She's definitely seated on her kind of lounge chair by the window as she was standing, kind of just going through her wardrobe for the day. But now you find her just like sitting just.
Okay, goodbye. Shut the door.
Okay.
And then I would tell early on. Wait, actually, I'm trying one of these bad boys too. Is it spicy? I make it spicy.
No, it's not spicy.
Oh, no. Spiced, but not spicy.
Oh wait, man, flip around.
You're off camera. You did it off camera.
No, he was fine from my
I just said
camera.
shimmy Sean's. I mean,
Anyway,
And I would tell Alok. Sorry. Alok, I'm going to be doing some learning. While I'm learning, I was thinking that you should do some learning too.
of what kind?
I think you should learn about the surface. And our culture,
Okay.
and our history, and things. I've got a whole library.
Okay,
So that's your job.
to learn.
Yes. Then you
Okay.
can understand me more.
That seems important.
You are my guide.
Okay, I suppose I can achieve that. Where is this?
Sorry.
Where is this library?
Right over here.
Okay, so you lead him, open the door, and he just has this moment of, holy crap,
Yeah.
this is weird.
Yeah, I got a lot of books up here. I'm sure
Huh.
the servants or whatever can help you find some that would be useful.
Okay. Are you asking me to start now?
Yep. See ya.
Similar to when you checked out the books. Once you close the door, you're just kind of like, okay. And then spend the rest of the time.
Before Dad and I get started, I do ask him if I could get
When you
my
say dead?
if I could get my armor enchanted to also be cast off armor. Cause I keep putting it on and then it takes so long to take it off.
You would have learned how one day.
It still takes a while.
If you learn properly, it would not take as long. Though I guess it is a process. I will speak with the High Arcanist and see what he can do.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, enchanted stuff would have been a good idea.
Oh, look at that, another reason to come back.
Not that Gruth was thinking of that.
That's fair. Okay. And then
I thought about
learn.
Learning.
Learn, and
However, that do we want to roleplay a scene of that or?
if there's anything in particular you wish to roleplay.
Sure. Okay, Father.
Yes.
I need you to teach me how to talk to people and how. Cause sometimes I feel like they don't always take me seriously. I don't know if it's the sparkles or something. So I want them to take me more seriously.
I imagine when you say sparkles, you just blast.
Yeah. Sparkles or something?
Just full on like.
Unlimited sparkles! As you just kind of subconsciously say sparkles and blast
does-
and
it
press
does
it
get a
in,
little
sparkles are
bit
just.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, unless you were speaking to children, it would probably be the sparkles.
Do you have someone that just follows you around with like a little broom and dustpan every time you blast sparkles?
not
Scoop them up quick.
they're not physical things, though I do love that imagery. It's magic, so they just like.
It's like glitter.
Yeah.
It's just all over the
Oh,
place.
God.
Oh, dude, if it's glitter, there's no amount of
You
brushing
always
that's
know
gonna
where
get
she
that
is
out.
because she has like a glitter trail.
You know how permanent that is. That stuff.
No, it disappears. It's magic. Okay, less sparkles. Oh, I brought a journal. Let me write this down. Less.
I suppose in some cases, may be good for distraction.
Unless distracting.
How are you wishing to speak to people?
Well, okay. Hypothetical situation. Okay, let's say you were in a cave underground somewhere.
I'm already certain this is not hypothetical.
Hypothetical situation.
Yes.
And you waltzed right in, hypothetically, to a room that might have accidentally been the throne room of said cave underground with a bunch of hobgoblins and an orc, I think maybe. I can't remember. I mean, theoretically, hypothetically, and goblins. What would you do?
Bugbear.
Bugbear. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, first things first, I would not enter such a room.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Especially, hypothetically, without a group, a team with you. Why would you wish to speak to goblins anyway? What information could they offer?
Well, if there was where they came from, if there were more of them, if there was like a whole correlation going out and they were sacrificing people, hypothetically.
So interrogating.
Oh, that's a scary word.
I've not personally dealt with goblins, but by all accounts, and from those who have, there's not much reasoning to be done. So if you're after that information, I fear your persuasion has to be a little more deadly to get them to reveal this information to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've told me you've done some fighting, so
Yes,
I'm
we've
sure
dealt
your
some.
imagination can fill in the blanks as to how to intimidate a goblin.
Life sparkles. No, less sparkles.
Perhaps?
Less sparkles.
I don't know. I don't speak to goblins.
Okay. Hypothetically, let's say you were walking into a palace in the Underdark. This is purely hypothetical.
The one you told me about?
Hypothetically. And you had to
Right.
convince a queen that she had a mind flare in her brain.
Very specific hypotheticals, Alondra. Well, hypothetically speaking, this mind flare you fought, I would think you were working against a far greater force than what mere words can persuade.
So, you just fight everybody?
I'm not advocating for fighting everybody, but if you are trying to talk reason into someone who has been taken and their will removed, you're speaking to someone who can't reason. They have little capacity over their own mind. So mere words in that hypothetical scenario aren't likely to get you far. I'm not saying attack right out of the gate, but there are likely other methods Possibly. I have no idea. Sometimes words aren't enough. Especially in a scenario like that. So, I know you've been gifted, so try some
Did do that.
magics.
Yes, we did do that. And it worked.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, it would work. You're right. Okay. Oh, I need you to teach me about money.
Oh.
Yes, after our last discussion, I've already set up a meeting lesson of sorts between you, myself, and the Keeper of Coin.
That makes sense.
I know the gist of how it works, but I mostly approve or disapprove of things. The Keeper of Coin obviously is a man of trade. Coin is his duty. So he negotiates all trade, all purchases, so he can teach much better about coin than I can, but I will sit in with you.
So, like, how much coin does, like, a normal person have? Like, you know, someone living, you know, not in the ring, but outside the ring.
Common folk.
Yeah.
Well, there are still some variables at work. They may still come from a well-to-do family, even if they're not nobility. Or they can be peasants or laborers who make enough to make ends meet, but it's nothing lavish by any means. Imagine a gold a week, perhaps, maybe a few gold a week, depending on family and situation.
That is so sad. How do they buy all their pink dresses?
They don't.
She suddenly realizes that she hasn't seen anyone walking around other than herself.
I'd like to imagine that in the entire world, only Alondra walks around in a pink dress. Everyone else is like, no, let's just keep it simple, keep it muted, and then sparkles.
Oh my goodness. How did they survive?
They make ends meet. They rely on each other, I suppose.
Explains why so many of them are so cranky.
I suppose.
Interesting how Shield was the only one who laughed.
That's because it's so dumb. I am stupidity. Probably. I don't know. I haven't got a notification yet. Huh. Okay. So, probably didn't need like 10 platinum to rent out that boat that one time.
No. Probably didn't.
Ooh, question.
Yes?
Pixie brought this up to me, and at some point, in the midst of all my crying, that Yelric was at the ball, at the Centennial, and he was able to look like Yelric, and not like whatever he is. Did we not have any magic up to prevent that, or is he just that powerful?
Of course we did have magic. Suppression. Well, that explains something. Some things, creatures, people have abilities beyond magic. And as such, our defenses can suppress magic, but cannot stop them from utilizing something that is inherent about them.
Like, you think he could just change himself whenever he wants?
He may be of some kind of lineage or blood that allows that.
So does he actually look like anything? I mean, he's gotta look like something.
I'm sure he has some form that is natural to him.
That explains why he was able to look like Yelric for so long.
That would, as most magic abilities don't last that long.
Yeah.
I think you can extend it a bit, but not prolong it for as long as he seems to have done. Well, I suppose we learned something else about him. For better or worse.
Interesting. Well, let's focus back in on our studies, shall we?
Yes.
Just let that
And
see.
during all the travels, as I said, it's a 6-day ride to the closest crossing point. As such, you would be heading up to Mornil. And then your options are either to, I mean, I'm not actually, like, we're not going to role play stop by stop, what you guys do every night. Fine, we'll cut it there. No. You can go through the woods and do a lot of more, like, off-roading. I should have given you a... I'll copy this one for next time. 'Cause this one has terrain on it, too. Regardless, there are going to be multiple points where you have to trek through woods.
Unless we're going like
Yeah. East.
all the way that way.
Yeah.
You want to go to the far point?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That will not be 6 days.
Oh. Well, the eastern close one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
Like by the lake.
For the people who, yeah, for the people who can't see, I'm talking about a little choke point lake kind of border.
Okay, let me see that. I'm over here now.
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah.
Oh, the middle one. Okay.
Is that one close?
It'll be farther than the closest one.
Is that
So,
the eagle?
for reference.
It looks like an eagle looking
Yeah.
to the side.
6 days.
Sorry.
That's all right. Would have gotten you to that crossing point right there, the closest one.
That works.
And there's 2 others.
Okay, let's do the closest one.
Okay.
Wait, which one? Okay.
That one.
Okay, cool.
I'll get you a better one for next time. So, 6 days later.
Logistics.
Logistics, details, maps.
That's like straight north, then, isn't it? From where we're at?
No. This got some east too.
Okay.
Traveling through woods and across some plains and roads, you would find
Are we
yourselves.
on the actual? I see. Okay.
Yeah, so it's how to reach a better map, so
Yeah, I
it's
gotcha.
easier to distinguish. You would eventually come to a little border point. And while you lived on an island, so this would not be the most common of knowledge, but your experience with borders is that mostly they're just invisible lines that people make up and say, this is my territory, that's yours. Approaching this closest borderline between Valrus and Ormond, there is an actual border. You see these large stones that have been rolled and set in place to form this boundary wall between the 2 lands, as well as some either sharpened stones or sticks pointed in your direction towards Valrus as just a keep off my property.
I want to do like a perception just to get like a general idea of this setting here,
Okay.
the
Go for
weather
it.
and all that stuff.
Roll perception.
Oh, come on, man.
Thankfully, just general vibe and looking around is not going to be the most difficult thing.
They delivered it to our neighbors.
7.
7.
I didn't even specify exactly where.
They did it in spite of us for making them come here twice.
They're like, surely it's not the same house.
Probably.
So, looking around and just kind of taking stock of where you are in the space. The terrain is mostly similar, except you can see as you kind of get a view past that little wall, you can see that some of the vegetation starts to diminish and thin out a little bit, as well as it starts to change. It starts looking a little more like you've traveled through southern Borkish a little bit and down the Isfel Peninsula. It starts to look a little more like that.
Mhm.
So, terrain-wise, it looks a little familiar. But at this point, mostly similar to what you're seeing in northern Belarus. A couple points, this looks a little marshy, as you get some little scattered lakes and bogs throughout that little area. Otherwise, it doesn't look like you're not staring into Mordor or anything.
And there's nobody here.
You don't see anyone. Especially not with a 7.
It's.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry. No, go ahead. Because I was gonna.
There's just a little wall.
By a little, it's about 5 feet high.
Is there any, like, gate or anything?
No.
This isn't quite what I was expecting, to be honest.
Me neither.
I'm sorry.
Like,
No,
is there like a lot of
That's
snow? So
You're
it's
the one that's
crunchy?
got to edit this, so.
Do you want it now? I'm gonna even out right here.
I'll wait.
Okay.
I was kind of expecting a watch or something with how dangerous they said it was.
I expected anything. There's nobody remotely close, it seems. If you want to look a little closer.
Well, I'm not going to find anything out from staying over here. I hop off my horse and I kind of find a nearby tree and I take the reins of my horse and tie it up to the tree.
You find something. Yeah.
And then I hop the wall.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
If you leave those horses there.
16.
16. Okay, easy enough. You do the
Follow
same?
behind him.
Okay.
I almost missed. You said athletics.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Okay. Easy enough. Easy peasy. Both of you hop over the wall. Into another country. Congrats. You made it.
Did you remember your passports?
No, I just have my visa. My work visa.
It's fine. They haven't met border crossing just yet.
If you lose those
Just for the record, if I could retcon, I say I throw down a little bit of food with the horses.
Okay.
No, I had plans for Willow. Okay, I was gonna set her free. No, now she's
Just-
gonna get captured,
just in
and now you're gonna owe
case.
like 500 gold.
I hear this weird thing in my head. I think. Nope, it's
Do you
gone.
think we should turn back?
Maybe get the horses.
No,
Get the
Oh.
horses.
Okay.
I think we should
Horses aren't crossing.
try to find out as much as we can about this.
Agreed.
Does anything here remind you of anything?
Roll history.
12. No. Nothing.
nothing at all.
I have to ask. You mentioned something about Yelric being the old man. I'm guessing you're talking about the one
Who sent me in the direction?
Right. Do you know why that would be, or what makes you think it was him?
I don't know that it is, but it's the fact that he told me where to go. I took a few steps in that direction, and then I turned around and he was gone. It's very mysterious for an old man to disappear.
I love that. Yes.
Words never been spoken.
As it is anyone.
No, just old men.
Just old guys. It's okay if it's anyone else, but
So, I figured with his ability of stopping time, I wouldn't put it past him to disappear as he showed us he also could do.
interesting. Well, let's continue and see if anything else reminds you of your past.
Okay, so you just keep walking.
You?
Okay. You walk for the remainder of the day, and not a soul to be seen. Not sight nor sound of a village, roads.
Eek. Don't love that.
Well,
I don't think we set up a fire tonight.
yeah, you're probably right. Alright, what's the plan then?
I'll keep watch as long as I can.
Okay. Is there any cover or anywhere we can make like a makeshift camp for the night?
Not in the immediate vicinity.
A few shrubberies, maybe?
You can see probably
I request. Shrubbery?
the request is not granted.
DM. I request.
Your DM.
Off to the west for probably another hour's walk. You can there's a couple little scattered trees. Might provide some kind of cover. If that's what you're looking for.
Maybe we can make like just kind of a basic shelter out of some fallen logs and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, if you were to head over that way, the sun is definitely beginning to set. You can see one of the moons already high in the sky. And you can kind of set up a little camp in this little patch of a few trees that. What am I looking for here? By this point in time, some of them are starting to turn colors a little bit as fall is making its approach. Yeah. So, you stay up, keep watch as long as you can, you said?
As long as I can push
Okay.
it with it, well, still while getting my rest.
Okay. Got it. Are you just going to bed then?
If he's taking watch, then yeah.
Okay.
Just let me know when you need me to take my shift. That was a lot of travel. I'm probably out pretty quick.
Huh?
So that was a lot of travel. I'm probably conking out.
Yeah. Okay. So firstly, it's a nice clear night. As I said, the sun's disappearing. You can just keep rolling if you want to. But the one thing you both see once the sun has set and you're making this little camp, no fire, off to the west, slightly to the north, you see what looks like just a faint light. At a great distance, this faint light, almost like when you see city lights through a dense fog, but it's localized to this one spot. And as the sun sets and the rest of the sky grows dark, this pale light lingers, and you can see it almost begins to form into like the swirling curtain of like an aurora borealis kind of effects. Just some pale colors of whites and purples and blues, just off in the distance. Now you can roll your perception if you want.
I see that, or we.
I mean, you both would see it to an extent before he goes to bed, but
It's so pretty.
Okay. All right, make my perception.
as you keep watch, it would persist.
Perception?
Mhm.
17.
17. Well, as I said, those lights definitely
Oh,
persist.
and my goggles are down.
And your goggles are down. So the lights are a bit brighter for you than him,
Oh.
though not like blinding.
That's right, you took those off.
Yeah, I did. Now I got dark vision.
They need them.
Is it dark vision or is it night? Is it?
It's dark vision.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not night vision. He can't see perfectly clear. It's like shades of gray.
But hey, as a human, and
as a human, that's great.
it's fantastic.
It's huge.
And like, I feel like goggles just bring up the swolserer level just a bit further.
Yeah, oh yeah. Especially now you're back to your like mountain man look.
Yeah, but now it has a
Have.
hood and goggles.
Otherwise, it's pretty calm. It's a bit. The nights are getting a bit chillier, as you would have noticed as you've been traveling. A, you're traveling north. B, the season's growing late. So, while still warm, because it is still summer, it's just starting to dip ever so slightly, day by day.
And north by north.
And north by north. Otherwise, during the night, you don't see anything.
Okay.
And eventually, do you wake him for a watch, or do you just go to bed?
I wake him and I kind of nudge him with my foot a little bit.
Huh.
Your turn.
And I take off my goggles and I hand them over.
Oh, thank you.
And then I roll out my sleeping pad and lay down and go to bed.
Okay.
Put on the goggles and like take it back off and tighten them up a little bit.
I like the idea of
Really, really
elastic
sweaty.
band.
It's probably like leather or something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like on one side,
With
it's
a
got one of those
buckle.
ratchet straps.
Oh!
No.
Interesting method of torture.
Yeah, if you don't talk, they just click it one more tighter. Just click it one tighter.
And then they bring the LED a little bit closer. So your headache gets worse for two reasons.
Yeah. D&D torture methods.
This is my migraine meter.
I don't like that. Anyway, okay, you can roll a perception check too.
10.
Hey, that's
It's
not
not
bad.
horrible.
Okay.
And with dark vision?
Wait, I was about to say, well, he was
Perfectly
Wait,
average.
No, I lied. It's 8.
No.
Perfectly below average. Okay. Yeah. You see the lights off to the west. Otherwise, you see nothing. It seems pretty calm out there. Kind of strangely calm. There's not even much as far as bird and beast noise, but maybe that's a good thing. Nothing to bother you. Nothing to alert people of your presence. Good.
Oh no.
No, why?
Can we be here because we know
Hey,
everything?
buddy.
I think that's the headphones.
Are you okay with them being here?
Please, please, please.
Doesn't matter to me.
Please, please, please. I don't mind.
They do know most everything. It's not a guarantee it's going to be the same thing, But,
Yeah, let's leave him here. Let's let him.
Yes! Oh my gosh, this is a celebration.
This is a big moment.
Yeah, celebration, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You
but-
now get to see what I've had to deal with every time you guys walk out of the room.
Wait, before you start
Oh,
this,
yeah, wow.
can I open this quickly?
Yeah.
As I'm opening it.
As you're opening it.
Except for one time. There was one time that it was not this.
There's flowers. Oh.
Get the heater.
Oh, yeah.
No, we have to do it.
Yeah. Just getting cold.
Oh, it is a little bit. That's fine.
That's
It's
why I have
okay
this
for right
on.
now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my trapper gear, I had to redon it.
That's why I had to get this.
So, as you find rest, as you close your eyes after rolling out your bed,
Does it always switch to this?
yeah, yeah, it does.
Bruce nightmare theme.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, this would be a suitable one. So as you find sleep, you somewhat quickly find yourself awakening to a familiar sight. The same village that you've woken up with, stood in the streets of, and walked numerous times in this dreamscape. The mountains ominously surrounding, you can see the flashes of purple-white lightning in the sky, illuminating, during those brief glimpses, those strange alien humanoid figures just lurking around the corners of the damaged and burned ruins. The heat is present, as it has been so often before. And heat also begins to grow slightly in your chest. Your vision slightly distorted, as if, heat waves surround everything, just kind of giving everything a little wobbliness. You also hear faintly those whispers you've heard a few times before. Some sound like language, others sound like gibberish. Otherwise, it's surrounding. Not enough to distract you, but to let you know they're there. Bless you. With one brighter flash of this purple-white lightning, you see all the figures who have been fixed on you slowly shift their attention down the road. Following their gaze leads you to see that same figure you've seen time and time again. Become somewhat familiar with this figure over the past few months. Standing about 100 feet away. This time, you don't know if they're revealing more detail or you can see clearer, but you see standing tall, still, not moving, these dark horns jutting out from the head. Not nice and smooth, just a little craggly. Arms almost elongated, hanging down closer to the knees. Bone-like protrusions sticking out from the elbow as if the forearm just kind of continued past the joint. Otherwise, all details are still hidden in this silhouetted form. Except you see the eyes open. Except all you do see is the irises that look as if burning coals have been placed in the head, so you just get this orangish glow that does kind of flicker a little bit as the figure stares at you, its gaze looking into and through you. The heat begins to rise a little more in your chest. Do you do anything?
Big Makesh.
No response.
walk a few steps closer to the being. Where are... Excuse me. Where are we?
As it speaks, you hear the conglomeration of voices once again. Some, you hear what sounds like overlapped male and female voices. Some sound higher pitched like children, some whisper, some deep and guttural. Somewhere you should be familiar with. But, boy, I'm afraid the time for our discussions is coming to a close. You were offered a chance of knowledge, information, and assistance. But you continue to grow, learn, down your own path. Bring yourself dangerously close to uselessness for us. Becoming a nuisance, a pest that now needs correcting. You can see the right hand reaches out to its side a little bit. Its long clawed fingers kind of twirling in the air, drawing or conducting a little bit. You see darkness begin to kind of swirl around and flow up the arm a little bit as it kind of gathers in the hand. And as the hand closes, you see it grasp something, as if the darkness kind of manifested into a hilt. And you see the darkness continue to grow and gather and form this long hooked blade that kind of comes to like a T at the end. And I need you to roll initiative.
I want my headphones.
No, you asked for this.
Too late.
Far away. No one can help.
18.
18. Okay.
Natural 30. No.
I was rolling my D100, so I got 76.
I go first.
Oh, he's looking at me first.
Me first.
You have a moment to act. What do you do?
Should we pick up with this at the start of the next episode?
I ready an action. The moment this being comes into range,
Okay.
I want to grab it and vampiric touch.
Okay. So as you find a bit of courage and steel yourself in this moment, we're going to close the chapter.
Okay.
Pick up on a fun point next week. Next time, not next week. Hey, thanks for joining us for a little fun little time skip. We'll wrap up the events.
Fun.
In the following episode.
He's so far away.
He's very far away. Not from Ivan.
Yeah,
He's about 3 feet away.
Oh.
I just skipping rocks.
You know, like when a cat has a dream that it's running, it's kind of twitching. You see Groot doing there, just like, you okay, buddy? Alright. Oh, he's having the running dream. It's fine.
He's thinking about running.
He's having the fighting dream.
Oh, go get that mouse.
So,
go
thank you
get
for
that
joining us. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow us on all the different social media platforms. Hope you join us next time. But until then, we love you guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.